Hello everyone, welcome! Oh, this is the voice I'm doing now. Welcome to Teatime Adventures. And welcome to Clickety Clackety Roll to Attackety. I'm Smoggles, I'm not a robot, and I'm so happy to be running this cozy stream of Tea Time Adventures by Snowbright Studios. Thank you, Janasi Kwa, for popping in to wish us all the best. Thank you. I am so happy to be part of Clickety Clackety's Charity Week. We are raising funds for Trans Lifeline. Trans Lifeline is a grassroots organization that offers emotional and financial services for trans people in crisis. It is for trans people by trans people, so it is a very important asset to the community, and we are very happy to be continuing to raise money all of this week. This is night 2 of our charity week. There will be plenty more happening later on, so please support the other streams that will be happening later this week, but we'll get into that in a little bit. If you want to donate, you can do so by either scanning the QR code that's on the bottom left-hand corner of your screen right now, or you can insert the command donate, which will give you the Tiltify link so that you can actually donate as well. We really appreciate it. We have 2 giveaways that are going to be happening this stream. If we get to 400 this stream, we will have a giveaway from who I believe is in the chat, Dragonfly, who has these lovely scale mail crowns that are available and that you're seeing an example of right here. And these are will be available. And then if we get to 600, we'll also have a giveaway for something from Suzanne Milton's Etsy shop, and she makes a lot of queer mugs that you could get a customized version of. So that is all, I think, the business aspect of everything out of the way. And now it's time to have a relaxing cup of tea as you join us for Tea Time Adventures. I am Smoggles. I go by he, him pronouns. I will be your tea sommelier for this evening. And I will be playing all of the other characters with the exception of 3 very distinct characters. And I will now pass it along to Anne.
Hello, everyone. I'm Anne Richmond, aka Heartsinger of Heartsinger Tales, a podcast taking place currently in the Feywild. I am very excited to be here today, and my pronouns are she, her. I think that's it. Was I supposed to say anything else?
No, that's it. That's all. We're good. Leon.
Great.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Big Time Brillion. My pronouns are they, he, and I am a tabletop role-playing designer and author who can find my work in a lot of different places. That's it. And my dog, who is licking my foot right now. Chance, you want to say hi to the camera? This is Chance. Pronouns she, her. She's a beagle.
Oh, baby.
Baby beagle.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, moving on to Brogan.
Hi, everybody. My name is Brogan. I don't have anything fun to plug. This is my first time doing a stream, so I'm very excited to be here and to join all of these lovely humans. I'm just excited to be here with you all.
Yay! So, if any of you are new to Tea Time Adventures, it is a lovely game that does use it does use D20s for the actual game itself, and it but other than that, it's very different from Dungeons and Dragons if you're used to that, mostly because I'm saying this now and I'm really theoretically it's a very chill time and there's no combat.
Theoretically.
Theoretically.
Let
Let it be known, the health points in this game are morale points. They are not, your health is morale, and if you get to 0 morale, you end up just needing to take a week of self-care before you can go on another adventure. So that's pretty much where we're at. So, but yeah.
That's how you know it's a fantasy. Sorry, was that?
That is true. That is the one way we know that it is an issue. Yes, Yeehaw Scout. It's very wholesome HP. That's what it is. But let's talk a little bit about where we're going today. And where we're going today is a lovely little town in the Verdant Islands. In the town of Oakenbend. Oakenbend is a quaint little village surrounded by rivers and forests, and it is currently fall. It's around November, and it is getting to the end of the harvest season. And at this moment, they are about to celebrate a holiday called the Leaping of the Hop Tops. Oh, by the way, everyone here is an anthropomorphic animal. And so the Hop Tops are the frog ancestry within the Verdant Islands and within Teatime Adventures. So this is a great holiday where you get to see, you get to participate in dancing and, of course, leaping if you want to compete in the leaping later on in the evening. But it is also home to the harvest pie competition. Most of the people here are people who are regulars, locals to the town. However, there are 3 new travelers who have entered the village during this lovely holiday. And I am now going to let the villagers introduce themselves, starting with Corvo.
Well, hello everybody. I am Corvo. I am if you take a look at me with your eyeballs, I am a magpie, bespectacled as is the way, and I am probably bedecked in a bunch of finery, and by finery I mean shiny knickknacks and bubbles and whatsits that I have brought with me to trade from my shop, Corvo's Curiosities. Yes.
And following right behind Corvo is Heliodox. Heliodox, could you describe yourself?
Yes, of course. Well, I would describe myself as energetic, curious, and a go-getter. Absolutely. Oh, you mean physically? Yes. Well, just like all hummingbirds, I would say that I have really, really colorful plumage. I'm very, very green. And so naturally, earth tones work the best on me. So, you know, I've been rocking some really good brown athletic clothes because I love to move around, you know. So I didn't bring anything with me because I really don't like carrying things, and Corvo looked like he was already full up on things to carry. So It's just me and my loud voice.
Great. And just behind both Corvo and Heliodox is Lyra. Lyra, can you please introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm Lyra. And Lyra is a little elf owl. She's on the lower end of the spectrum for a predator, but she's just here for friends and tea and books. She loves books, and in fact, she has underneath two little sort of brownish white wings. She has two little book holsters underneath. Just hanging there with a couple of books, and she seems very proud of them. Like it's almost like she's walking around with her arms up to show that yes, she is wearing the sacred vestments of a librarian. Around her neck is a cowl that is run with sort of celestial thematic elements. It's a dark blue cowl with white and gold sort of star and constellation details, and the two largest see freaking everything eyeballs that are just taking it all in, baby. And you do notice, though, as she runs by, that the very ends of this like scarfy cowl are sort of dragging behind her and a bit dirty from sort of following behind, hopping bird-like every couple of steps to try to catch up to Heliodox. She sort of flutters her wings to get a little bit of a soar forward to keep up. She says, I'm coming. Man, I haven't traveled this far in ages.
When was the last time you got out?
Well, let's see. I work the night shift, so there's not a lot to do during the daytime when I'm sleeping. So not since the last festival, and even that I had to I was janitizing at the time. I was doing my janitor stuff. Today's different. Today, I am wearing the vestments of a junior librarian, and it's very exciting.
That is very exciting. I'm so happy for your promotion.
Well, it's more of a test, but, I'm going to be promoted.
We speak things into existence. That's what we say.
That's right. We do. Everyone. Hey, everyone. Do you see my friend Lyra here? Can everyone see? Do you see her? She's a librarian. She got promoted. She's a librarian. Please clap.
Lyra looks around and she just starts clapping excitedly.
Great. I think this is going to be our first roll of the game. Let's do this feels like a personality roll from you, Heliodox. So please roll me a personality.
You got it. That's gonna be a 14.
That is not bad. So a couple of people do turn their heads, partially because someone is yelling in the middle of the town square, and partially because it's always impressive when someone gets a promotion to their job. So you do even get a couple of golf claps here and there. But a larger portion of the gathering is more distracted by what's happening in another section of the square. There is a tall blue booth that has netting around it, and you can see a sign at the top that says Hop Top Harvest Pie Competition. And that is clearly what is currently getting most people's attention at the current hour.
Oh man, that was exhilarating. Thank you, Heliodox.
Heliodox, you turn to say thank you to Heliodox, and Heliodox is already like flitting towards the pie sign.
Well, here we go.
Pie competition. Guys, did you see that? They're having a pie competition.
Oh, I heard we're supposed to make notes about it. Yeah. Let's go.
Oh, pies, yes. I've been distracted looking at all of the shiny things on everybody's jackets and accoutrements.
Oh,
I
yes.
I'm coming.
And everyone is indeed in their finest gear. It is the hop top leaping holiday that I definitely said correctly the first time. The leaping of the hop tops holiday that after all. So everyone is in their best outfits. Heliodox, when you approach, since I'm guessing based on your very active wow, words today are really fun. Based on your go-to attitude, can-do attitude, you get to the booth first. And what you first notice is there are 4 competing pies. 3 of them look really scrumptious. One of them has a great golden latticed dome and is sprinkled sugar on top of it. The second is about 18 inches tall with high sides covered in caramelized glaze and with a wild savory aroma to it. And the third is a thin and delicate crescent-shaped pie with a dark, rich center peeking out. But the fourth harvest pie is really a thing of wonder. This pie is about 2 feet across and has elaborate decorations crafted and carved across its top. The decorations are a series of mismatched symbols. There's a crow's head with a muddied beak, a lonely-looking daffodil, twin piles of spices, half a sausage, and finally a scorched moon.
Oh my.
Larry, you read things, right? You're a librarian. You read things.
Yeah, totally. I'm
what does
super
this
good at
say?
reading. Do I know what this says?
What the symbols mean?
Yeah, what the symbols mean? Yeah, what is that? Is it a reference to something?
Immediately assumed it was like some kind of language, like a pictograph language.
Yeah, like a pictograph.
That's
Yeah.
like, he said this means something, and Lyra knows what it means.
This breaks Lyra out of her sort of reverie, taking in the pies as her eyes just slightly grow wider in that Pixar way every moment that passes as she takes them in, and she's like, "Oh right, text, yeah, probably symbols, symbology. It's a whole thing." What do I roll to know if it is a communique of some sort?
I would say this is probably either, I mean, because it's symbology. It could be the arts. It could also be.
I mean, it could be a random fact.
Could be a random fact too.
I'm gonna roll random facts.
Random facts.
Selected it. Okay. All right. That is a total of 14.
14
random facts.
Okay. This could be someone didn't know what decorations to put on, so they put a random assortment. You can't make heads nor tails of what type of symbolism this could be, if it is symbolism at all. But it is, you do acknowledge that it is strange that they are all, you know, it's a 2-foot long pie and it's all kind of, each of the symbols is very specifically in an order.
While we're investigating symbols, and we're looking for meaning, do any of the pies just have like a placard with who put them there and a little description about the pie? Like, Do we?
For the judges.
There is currently no image that you can see as of now. From behind the netting, at least.
What does it smell like? It's important. We're close enough.
I would say go ahead and roll me. Let me get the sheet out. Roll me a noticing, please.
Oh. That is a 17.
So a lot of the pies are kind of mixing together, because they are all in one spot in a small booth. So a lot of different, flavors are coming in. You definitely get, some, hazelnut in that scent. You also, that's probably the primary scent. It actually is a little bit overpowering, if anything. If you had to have a comment on it, it's that.
I have no idea what any of that means, but it smells delicious.
Lyra takes out her spectacles from like under some feathers in her holster, and she puts them on, and she says, symbology is really a lost art, honestly. Some people would call it a lost language. It's certainly lost on me, for now at least.
Oh no. Well, somebody's gotta know, right?
Well, there's one way to find out, and that's through putting it in our mouths, in our craws.
They do say the best way to read is with your stomach. Somebody said it.
We just gotta beak our way through. I gotta record all the flavors for the library. It's for posterity, honestly. Pie sommelier. She goes marching around the corner, looking for somebody.
So, someone, you do actually hear a voice behind you go, "It's cursed. That's what it is."
What's that then?
It's cursed.
The pie is cursed?
You heard? It's a cursed pie. And then this...
Because it's big?
So
What?
this snootling comes up from behind you and just goes, "That's right. It's a cursed pie. You see that raven? The raven right there? You see it? Right on the pie?"
Uh-huh.
With the brown stuff on its beak.
Yeah. Yeah, I tell you, I looked, saw the crow's head on that pie, and then I turned around and saw the very same crow with his head covered in my own pie. So, that's what it means. I have crows.
This pie made the crow, or made that other creature eat your pie?
Maybe it didn't make it eat the pie, but it certainly caused, and they actually point at the pie, which is like the taller one, and it they look at it, they point at it, and then they're like, "I don't actually have one to give to the competition because mine has been eaten by ravens. So, as you can see, that's a problem."
Guys, what if this pie can tell the future? What's next? The daffodils. So right, like the pie gets made, and the raven has. Well, I thought it was. I'm not going to say what I thought it was because that's gross, and we're talking about pies. But I guess it was pie juice, and then the raven eats the pie. And what's the next symbol after the raven?
It was a daffodil.
The daffodil. Look at the daffodil. Something is going to happen to the daffodil. Good or bad, I don't know, but the pie can tell the future. I think that's what it is. I don't think it's cursed. I think it's just.
That seems highly unlikely.
Lyra, I think you left something back home.
No, I'm pretty sure I brought everything. And she starts counting. You notice as she looks over what's hanging from her holsters underneath her little straps. She's been making notes about everything the Snootling has said. And at the top it says the year of the Quiche Chronicle. At the top, she's already gone way too hard on the title of this whole deal. But yeah, no, she has no idea that you were telling her to go home as a dig. She's like, I must have left something. That is true. I am incompetent.
Oh no.
Oh dear. Never mind. I don't know that the pie is telling us anything, but who do we know who you? What is your name? What is it to the Snootling?
Oh, Madge. They them. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Madge. I am Corvo. Do you happen to know who prepared this premonition pie?
Nope. No one knows. No one knows who currently has nobody knows who's done this particular mystery pie. Not a one.
No one
I know
was here
that
when they wheeled it in. It's 2 feet long.
Do I feel
we all enter them anonymously. The names are underneath, so we actually, I know the one that I submitted, but no one else knows what the other one is, So we all know who has submitted something.
What you're saying, Madge, is that you don't know who any of the pies, you don't know who made any of them, except for yours, which is not there because a crow ate it.
A crow made a mess of it. The crow didn't eat everything. I was stopping by the Bright Blue Bakery, and a crow got in, and while I was using the restroom, and made an absolute mess of it.
What was it? The outhouse or the bakery?
Well, I was just setting it down because I needed to use the restroom, and I also Holly makes the best lattes.
So Madge is ringing some alarm bells. Do I feel like the truth is being told about all of this? Can I roll maybe a minding details or?
Yeah, minding details.
Great. Here I go. Minding them deets. Oh, it's terrible. Altogether, that's a 6. Is that good in this game? 6 good in Teatime Adventure.
No, but we will do inspiration in this game, which Graham has given you. So if you want to re-roll it, you can.
This seems incredibly important. I'm doing it.
Yeah, this is the most important thing to ever happen.
16.
Yeah, all you really know is that this Snootling is clearly quite flustered. They seem thoroughly convinced that this pie is cursed, because why wouldn't you when you've seen the symbol of a raven and it looks exactly similar to the one that wrecked their pie. So now they don't get to, and they don't get to enter pie. But you're also thinking pie competition, like, I'm sorry you don't get to participate in the pie competition, but what is the, you would think
What's the
being upset
over-under?
about, it's like, what's the, you're not really sure why someone would be that upset other than pride over not being able to.
Corvo's been around a while. He's surely been to one of the Hoppity Top festivals or whatever we're calling it. How aggressive are people with these pie contests? So like we have a cursed pie, presumably, but like,
roll me a local lore.
oh dear. Okay. That's a 6.
Which is great in this game. That's what we know.
That's, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Listen, sometimes you have your local traditions and people are just obsessed with it, It's just what happens. Who are we to question why one village is obsessed with one holiday and why a different village is obsessed with a different holiday? Who knows?
Why don't we pick up the pie and see who did it?
Yeah.
No. Hold on. That is against all the rules of the festival and the competition. And this little hop top bounces up to you, and with a red top hat, and just looks at the three of you. Looks up at the three of you, and continues speaking, saying, we cannot have anything, we cannot have these disturbed at all. After all, we are in the midst of going to have these judged. These are the display versions of what they'll look like, and then we're actually going to do the tasting, but these need to be kept confidential.
But I mean, we're a journalist and a librarian and a Corvo. We're impartial. We have nothing to do with this.
Oh yes, but if you wanted to be a judge in this, you needed to sign up at least 5 months ago.
Lyra takes out a pin from underneath her scarf. It says junior librarian, and it like gleams in the sunlight, and over whoever else's name was there, she has like taped on Lyra, and she says, "I'm sorry, my name is Lyra from the Lofty Library of Littleton, and I am afraid we have to report a cursed pie."
Oh, I understand. Madge has got to you too, eh?
Well, it was discussed, but what exactly are the rules? Are there any rules preventing such magic from being used?
In what way?
Well, I mean, it's kind of an art form. I mean, even if it is a curse, like baking a curse into a pie is kind of, wildly interesting for science.
Well, I'm not sure why anyone would want to curse our pies. It doesn't seem very much in the spirit. I mean, yes, there is a 500 gold prize pool in it, but no one here would actually want to try to sabotage anybody's pies, right?
Do they seem like they're telling the truth?
You can roll me a minding details if you would like.
I do. Okay, a 23.
Literally laughing and scoffing at the very idea.
Yeah, I peer into this hopling's or hop top's soul.
Yeah.
I see
and this
a cosmos of truth.
Yeah, and this hop top looks very convinced that there is absolutely no way that someone would sabotage the festival. You also, at this point, also notice the mayor name tag that's attached to the coat.
Mr. Mayor, do you in fact have a list of those who entered, even if we don't know whose pie is whose?
Yes, we do know well, we have Madge who has entered, and then we have I do know that I believe Holly mentioned that she was going to enter, as well as Everson. Everson also said that he would probably be entering as well. Can't think of who a fourth might have been.
Are any of them particularly driven towards success?
Well, I mean, everyone could use the money. I mean, last year actually, Everson won last year's and used it to the winnings to refurbish his shop. So, that money can come to very good use if it's being if it's won.
Is there anyone who's like always the pie's made and never the pie? Like somebody who comes in second all the time?
Well, Jackson Okoa, our water manager, made a fool of himself, actually last year. He tried to create a lemon and cheese variation of a traditional harvest pie. It did not go well at all. But he won 2 years prior. He won with a figgy variation of
Fig
of
and
the
cheese?
pie. No, just fig with fig.
No,
And
I
is
remember the
Jackson-
fig. It was
Did
one of my
Jackson enter
favorites.
this year?
I don't know. Jackson's been is retired now. So Jackson's actually, as far as I know, on a beach somewhere. Really enjoying the retired life, I have to say.
Are all of these folks locals?
Pretty much. I think you are the only 3 travelers that have arrived in the past, month or so.
I
Welcome.
do want it noted that pie was placed before we got here, Mr. Mayor. I would like that on record right now.
Noted.
Fantastic.
Also, thank you to Kitty Crafto for donating to Trans Lifeline. Thank you so much.
Yay.
Anyway, I am so sorry to be causing such a distress to you all just visiting. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your day here. I will probably see you at the home warming feast, which will be later tonight, and at which point we will judge the pies.
How does the judging happen? Do we all get to vote if we come to the event? Or?
Again, if you wanted to be a judge, you would need to have that in writing 5 months before the festival. However, we will all be able to partake in the pie after the judging has occurred.
Now, Mr. Mayor, I have it here somewhere. It may have gotten lost in the post. And I would like to just inform the mayor that I did submit to be a judge. And I do have it somewhere, and I'm just going to scribble as I do that I am Corvo of Corvo's Curiosities. I'm very excited. I've never gotten to judge before, but I did want to this year, and I did send it in the mail.
Roll me a big old charlatanism.
A big ol'.
A big old charlatanism.
Let's get off these rails.
That is what is an 18? 22.
Ooh.
that it actually makes the mayor go step back a little bit, and I just go, "Oh, of course, Corvo. Yes, I, you know something. These things get mixed up all the time, but obviously you have even our Oaken Bend seal of approval on this very official document. So clearly something must have logistically gone wrong on our end. But we will definitely expect you at the judges panel at 7 p.m.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Corvo, when were you gonna tell me? You're a judge?
I have always wanted to judge one of these competitions, and is the mayor gone?
The mayor has fled, trying to figure out how to resolve this problem, because you have a feeling there's only a certain amount of judges, and he thought he had the right amount, so he needs to figure out this logistical nightmare. So he is out of earshot.
No, I was not actually supposed to be a judge. I may have
What?
Just
But
a little
you
bit.
told
I
him
know.
that you told him you had the paperwork. You had the seal and everything.
You're
I
so
know.
smart.
No, I'm just
I wish I was like
well-traveled.
you.
I took this. I have their letterhead. I come here every year to taste the delicacies.
You're so classy. Oh my God, you even lie classy.
Thank you.
It was so convincing.
Lies? People would come to the Hot Top Festival and tell lies?
I know. It's amazing, isn't it? The world really is full of splendor. So many wonders to behold.
This is what I do like about you, Lyra. You see
I'm
the
open
joy
to
in
it.
all things.
I'm just really open to
This
new
is-
experience.
Think
Wait
of
a
this.
minute.
Think of this as a lie in service of the truth. We can place ourselves in the mystery now.
But I mean, this is a story, and I'm a journalist. I have to report on things like this.
You could. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, you.
You could kind of take a pie festival infiltrated by local upstanding bird exposed. You could go that way. I mean, people love clickbait.
They do. You know, when I make I learned from some of the other birds how to click click my bird tongue a little bit, and then that gets them excited for the headline that I'm about to say. So you're right, it does work. It does.
Maybe they don't know what's good for them. I mean, when I'm planning an event, I love to fill it with surprises. So maybe a surprise judge is just what they need to stir up trouble in Little Pina.
Heliodox, with his tiny little wings, grabs Corvo's wings and holds Corvo's bird hand wings, and says, I will keep your secret. I promise. I will keep it until the day my heart stops beating and my wings go cold. I promise.
You are so intense, little.
I get that a lot.
This is it. It's what I love about you most.
Lyra's head just slowly pops up over Heliodox's shoulder, and she goes, "We're gonna blow this thing wide open." Like she has already sold herself a bill of goods.
I'm regretting everything I've done in the last 5 minutes.
Well, this is
what
very
it's like
different.
to be an influencer. You're an influencer. A bad influencer.
Regretting everything you've done in the last 5 minutes?
Oh boy. Great. So I only needed to bring a peaceful town in order for the players to bring all of the chaos into it. I didn't even need to create a mystery. Y'all have created it on your own.
We cause our own problems. I would also like to let the chat know just the age dynamic that is here, because
Oh, yeah. That's wild.
Heliodox is like a teenager. Lyra is like 18, 19, and Corvo is, I believe, like a small business owner, so established and several decades into, well, human decades into his life. So yeah, no, we look up to Corvo.
And I'm obviously the best influence on these young minds.
Obviously, the
Molding
greatest
these
role
young
model.
minds. Yeah.
A mentor.
Great. Just at that moment, you hear notice the sound of a playful bark. You then turn around. You see a golden mutt who is play bowing in your direction, kind of like hands in front, paws in front, like ready to pounce kind of position. She has a snapped bright yellow leash in her mouth, and you can think like no more than a few years old. And she happily is pouncing from side to side. You get the idea that must be maybe seeing if you will play with her, kind of testing the waters.
Oh boy, this really is the best day ever.
Surely here, and I go through all of my my myriad baubles, and I pull out a squeaky duck, and
Amazing.
I would like to see if this duck that's giving very Heliodox energy, or this doggo,
This dog.
would like a duck.
Yeah, I'm gonna have you roll me a personality to attract the dog over.
Just straight personality.
Straight personality.
Gay personality. It's me.
Sorry, gay
Yeah, it's
personality.
Pride
Happy
Month.
Pride.
15.
It just starts like drops the snapped leash and just starts barking a little bit at the squeak and excitedly moves back and forth.
Oh dear, you move so quickly and you are so wet. Oh.
Spins around.
The mouth.
Definitely drooling.
This is, I didn't think this part through. Heliodox, do you like dogs?
I love dogs.
Here you go.
What? Okay. And Heliodox considers throwing the dog away, but then realizes that their little hummingbird wings are not powerful enough. So what they do is they stick it in their foot, and they go, "Come on, girl!" and they kick off, and they're like flying up and like flying around at like dog jumping distance.
Oh god, that's a dangerous game.
Oh yeah, oh it is.
Amazing. I think this is going to be a bustle to see if you're gonna be able to
You got it.
keep up the pace and also outrun a young puppy. Young active puppy.
You could do it. Uh-oh.
No, it can't. That's a 6.
Is a 6 good in this game? We are cursed. 6, 6, 6.
6.
We've each rolled one.
It's the pie.
Pride demon.
At that point, so you look like it looks like it's all going well, and you start to like fly a little higher, just out of range, fly a little higher, just out of range, fly a little. Oh no! Fully has grabbed on, and now you are like out of control, trying to just stay afloat. And the next thing you know, you have like crashed right into a wall, and that is going to be 2 morale damage as you get hit on the beak, and your beak kind of scrunches up a little bit, and you have to like smooth it back out. And probably more of it is the disappointed look of the owner whose store you have just run into, which is a puffwing, tall puffwing who is actually, you notice, is not is like looking and just shaking his head, but not at you, Heliodox. He's shaking his head at the dog.
No. She was fine. It was my fault. I crashed into your store.
Oh no, yeah. Oh well. You have to understand.
I looked at the scratched out beak to prove it. It's my fault.
No, you have to understand. He has actually responsible for some of my missing sausages.
Sausages?
She is responsible for my missing sausages.
Sausages are on the pie!
What?
The sausages are on the pie! Oh my gosh! No way! You guys seen the pie, right?
No, the sausages. The sausages are not what. The sausages are not in the pie. That's the very problem.
No.
Is that I can't.
You've seen the big pie. You've seen the big pie. The big one, the really, and they stretch their arms out super, super wide. The really big one.
Yes, I did see the very big, the
With
big
all
one.
the pictures on it.
I was not really paying attention to the. What?
There's a picture of a sausage on it.
Oh, okay. I am not really sure what to think of that. All I know is that my sausages are all gone.
Well, there was a picture also of a. Heliodox says there's a picture of a crow with pie on his beak, as though that would explain the entire situation.
Yeah. Goes.
Case closed.
Okay.
All has been made clear.
Nailed it.
Illuminated.
Yes. That's very interesting. Anyway, is someone going to pay for the sausages that I've fully lost?
I don't have any money. I have no money. But I can find out who cursed your sausages.
It's not who cursed them. I mean, literally, Daffodil took my sausages.
The dog's name is Daffodil?
Yes!
And Heliodox exits the conversation completely and goes flying back to Corvo and Lyra and says, Daffodil ate the sausages!
You see, at this point, you come back. Lyra has been working on something and taking a bunch of stuff out of her bag. She has a tiny thimble, and she was like, I hear the... Oh, Daffodil. Interesting. Well, what I was going to say is I hear the olfactory systems of a dog are beyond anything most animals can can produce. And maybe if we are nice, we can get this dog to remember, who made each of these things. So we wouldn't have to break any rules or touch any pie. But I could just like kind of sing a little ditty and see if they're willing to track and remember. So we know that you said you met somebody over there who had the sausages, like on the pie. What are some of the other symbols again?
Ambulance is like flying over those symbols now.
Yeah.
Like Charlie Day, Pepe Sylvia did it.
There was a daffodil, and there was also a crescent moon, and then there were also. Hold a moment. There was also a twin piles of spices.
Twin piles of spices. Wait, were there or were there not sausages on the pie?
Yes, I was saying besides the crow, and the sausages, there was also a daffodil, a scorched moon, and twin piles of spices.
All right. So here's the thing. I think this pie is cursed. We're going to blow it wide open. We're going to get the dog to sniff the pie and find the person who made these design decisions. Because they are clearly an oracle. And she like writes this down and puts a big emphatic period at the end of it. And she says, I'm going to sing to this dog. Come here, Daffodil. Come here. Who's a good daffodil?
Squeak, 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 squeak.
Yeah.
So, Daffodil is trying to run towards you right now. However, the old Puffwing is like still hands on his hips, and he is actually like holding on to the leash. Oh, Dig, thank you so much for donating to Trans Lifeline. Thank you so much for your donation. We appreciate it. So Daffodil really does want to get to you. Mm-hmm. The frustrated owner is not currently letting her.
Rude.
She wants money for his sausages.
Well,
we don't own Daffodil.
I said, well, and we don't own any money.
Excuse me. What seems to be going on here? You're trying to extort money from this child?
Is this?
Hey, I'm 15.
From this child. Sir.
Is this the... Wait. Is this not your... Is this that... Are you not taking care of Daffodil?
Yes. No.
Well then who's been...
Sir, you have the leash in your
Her
hand.
name.
Yes, because I need to get recompense for my sausages getting stolen by
So
Daffodil.
this dog isn't your dog?
No.
Sir, just one moment, and I would like to look down. Does Daffodil have a collar with credentials? Of any kind?
Turning your badge and your gun, Daffodil. License and registration.
Yeah, so Daffodil does have a collar. It is a faded collar. So you're gonna have to roll a minding details to see if you can see what the name says on the other side.
If I pull out like a scrap of paper and some charcoal and I do like a little etching, is there advantage in this game?
Why? How
is
do you do?
Or a bonus of any kind?
I'll give you a +3 bonus for the sketching idea.
Ooh, yay.
Hands.
So this was minding details?
It was minding details, yeah.
Dirty 20.
Great. You do etch it out, and you see the name Holly on the back of the collar.
So, do you know this Holly? Is Holly from around here?
Oh yes, Holly owns the bakery, the bright blue bakery.
Oh, so it's not like the Olympics where like a professional can't enter.
Well,
Sorry, didn't somebody say Holly entered the competition?
yes,
I don't understand these rules.
anyone could enter. You know,
What
as
is-
long as you can bake a pie.
What does Holly sell at her bakery?
Well, she sells a variety of different pastries, bread.
Mm-hmm.
She makes great lattes.
Bread, pastries. What kind of pastries?
A large variety. If you want to, her shop is the blue building, not the blue counter, but the blue building across the street from the counter, right over there. And he points
I
down
see.
the street, and you see a blue building that has also a stunning blue door and awnings, and you see a golden lined sign that hangs from down above that reads out Bright Blue Bakery.
Heliodox turns to Lyra and Corvo and says, "You know how the baker in the sky will take out a giant lump of dough every month and then shape it into a croissant, and then you see it at night, and then like puts a second croissant next to it, and then does it again, right? Like there's the croissant, the big croissant in the sky. You know about that, right?
Yeah, until it becomes a jelly-filled donut.
Till it becomes a jelly-filled donut. Exactly. The burning
Whatever the one is
croissant.
without the hole in it.
The burning moon on the pie.
Wow. Okay. Wait.
We have
Oh.
the bakery.
Oh. I'm with you. The moon and the croissant, and then the
Yeah,
cheese.
the croissant.
Oh. Okay, but we're okay. So we should go see if she left the oven on. I might be lost. I thought I was with you.
Yes, we should. Well, I mean, what if it hasn't happened yet? What if we can stop it from happening? We can turn the oven off.
It's
and
not a
save the
curse.
moon.
It's a warning. And she goes flapping. Easily overtaken by someone with the hustle and bustle of Heliodox, but convinced completely. Thimble of
Save the-
peanut butter in one hand and just 0 F's given. Like,
As they dash away, Corvo is just like, I've failed these children.
We mean you don't know about the bread in the sky.
So, have any of you actually taken, just for my knowledge, have any of you taken Daffodil with you as you've
I would-
I
flown
think
to Bright
I-
Bakery?
I have not personally dashed away because I'm still trying to follow the pastry moon analogy that was happening.
Don't
and-
worry, Smoggles is also trying to follow the pastry moon analogy, but it's all good.
Fantastic.
not an analogy. There's literally bread in the sky. Come on, don't you read?
yeah, don't you read?
Quite a lot, actually.
Not enough.
Sir,
Clearly.
sir, can we bring Daffodil back to Holly? We will convey your concerns. That sounds like a scent to me. So
he has certainly let go of the leash, so you can do that. As you enter, so as you approach the Bright Blue Bakery, you notice on the door is a smaller sign that hangs with the words, "Come on in, proprietor Miss Holly Tumbledown." And the pleasant warmth and light of baked goods wafts out from the windows here. Even in your rush, it's hard not to take a pause and just take in the fresh smell of baked goods. of muffins and scones and loaves that are arranged across the window display. You do also notice several hungry crows across the street that also seem to be like looking really taking a nice gander at all of that bread.
Lyra would like to smell, for pleasure, but also for professionalism. She would like to smell and see if there's any like burning.
Yes, go ahead and roll
Notice
me a noticing.
details?
Yeah. Roll me a noticing.
A noticing. All right,
Yeah.
let me see here.
I feel like if you can't smell
20.
burning, then a details would not be very good. You do not smell any burning right now.
Oh my God, we got here in time.
Yes. I feel like at this point, like when Larry says we got here in time, Heliodoc's like bursts through the door of the bakery and is like, "Take the croissants out of the oven, quick!
Why, hello to you too there.
You have to. It's an emergency."
And as you charge in, you notice a tall Floridop, which is the fairy folk ancestry here of Teatime Adventures. And she just looks at you, and her emerald and blonde hair twists and curls, outlining a bright face with the color of frosting. And she turns over and gets, "Oh, I don't know if I have any croissants here."
Do you not make croissants?
"Oh, sometimes I do, but that wasn't really what I was going for this year's pie."
Oh, I see. Did you make anything that looks like the croissant in the sky?
"The croissant in the sky?"
Yeah. The bread in the sky, and it like the baker makes the dough, and then they gather the dough over the course of like 15 days, and then shape it into the croissant, and then they eat it, and then they do the process over again. You've never heard that before?
Roll me a random facts, Heliodox. I'm just really interested to see how this goes.
It's some deep hummingbird lore.
Random facts. That is a 14.
She just like kind of nods and goes, "Oh yeah, the bread in the sky. Oh,
Bread in the sky.
so charming."
Wow, that's happening, and I see an opportune moment as those happen a lot in Heliodox's presence. There's an opportune moment while someone else is distracted. I would like to look around for signs of is Holly a saboteur? Does her bakery smell of hazelnut? Is what I'm getting at.
So are you checking Holly herself or checking the bakery?
I would like to snoop around the bakery a little bit and just
all right,
see
let's
if
do some
there's
snooping.
signs of shenanigans.
Signs of shenaniganery.
Shenaniganery, my favorite flavor. That is only 13 for snooping, but
well, first of all, you're kind of entranced by the lovely smells you're smelling in general, but no, you're not noticing any hazelnut in the scents around.
Your dog may have consumed an amount of sausages, and I don't know what the equivalent of serving papers is, but we have chosen to do less than that by simply returning your dog. There seem to be a few accidents befalling the pie competition. She flashes her junior librarian badge as if it gives her any authority at all. And she says, and we are just very concerned about what might befall you. Have there been any accidents in the bakery today as you prepare your entry?
To lend credence to this, I also flash my I'm a judge this year badge.
Yeah.
Heliadax has nothing on him, so he just flashes his best smile.
Yeah.
Heliodox has the bread in the sky. That's what Heliodox has to offer. So Holly kind of looks at you all a little inquisitively and goes, "Well, no, I haven't exactly had any problems in the bakery. I mean, there was the unfortunate moment when Madge left their pie in here, and somehow one of those crows from across the street found their way into our shop. So I had to chase that one off for quite a while. It took a little longer than expected to try to get that one out of here, and unfortunately, it got to Madge's pie before anything else."
Do they seem like they're telling the truth?
Roll me a sensibility.
Oh, that's not what you want to see. Sensibility? Is this
Like, it's a little bit of it's a little bit of
I don't think
reading someone.
Sensibility isn't a skill.
It's an ability.
No, it's
yeah.
ability.
It's-
It's ability
Yeah,
score.
it's your ability.
I see.
Yes.
So 5 is 5.
Is 5 good?
It's better than 6.
I mean, it's just it's more and more mysterious. It just feels like there's something missing. You just can't quite get it.
Miss Holly, you've been around for a while, long enough to establish a business, and believe us, I mean, we can really appreciate the work involved in that. She sort of motions to Corvo as she says this, and she says, as somebody who's been around for a while, is there somebody who might be, a saboteur at the pie competition?
Oh,
And she sort
darling.
of wiggles her feathered fingers.
Oh, darling, I don't think that anyone would be sabotaging. I mean, it was an accident what happened to Madge's pie, although, well, never mind. But I've only
What do you
been
mean,
here
well,
a few
never
years.
mind?
Did somebody send those crows in the way that you sent Daffodil after the sausages? And I would like to read her reaction to that question.
First, she then notices that Daffodil is there and be like, "Where have you been off to? Did you say went to Everson's shop?"
Well, we didn't quite get his name. That was, but he's over there, the puffwing gentleman.
Oh yeah, that's Everson over there.
He was rather pirate over the consumption.
Everson
of
won
his-
last year, right? Also, nice pun.
Everson did win last year. Well, I'm sorry. I didn't know where Daffodil had been. I had been having to get focused on the pie, but sometimes Daffodil runs around the town square, but she usually doesn't go into anyone's homes without their permission. So the idea that someone got in. Oh, thank you, Millie, for donating to Trans Lifeline. Thank you so much. And we are $20 away from our first giveaway. So
Go,
please
giveaway.
continue donating, and then we'll have a giveaway for those of you who are sticking around and are in the chat. So they just go. So yes, I'm not sure. I'm more than happy to talk to Everson and see what I can do about repaying him. Although, it's a little too bad. I know you mentioned I've been here for a while, but I've only been here a few years, actually. I'm probably about as new as any of the other locals in town.
Miss Holly, do you know what the first chapter in the Junior Journalism Handbook is titled?
I have to say I do not.
There's no such thing as a coincidence. Have you taken a look at the pie, the 2-foot long pie with all the symbols on it?
No, I've been kind of focusing on my own pie that's right here that I've been working on, trying to... Oh.
Well, please direct your attention to, and
The cursed crust.
The cursed crust. Heliodox is gonna look for maybe like a surface that has a little bit too much flour on it, because they want to try to draw little shapes in the flour. Is there something like that that would be around in the?
Yeah, there's actually a spread of flattened cookie dough that would be get ready for the cookie cutter. Just ready. There's a nice knife right there that you can start carving things out.
Oh yes, Heliodox picks up the knife. The child has a knife. Heliodox picks up the knife. Fun fact: in a past life, Heliodox was a rogue. Heliodox picks up the knife and says, "First, we saw the symbol of the crow with pie on its face." And he does his best to etch a little crow's beak with a couple of drops of pie coming off. And Madge says that crows ate their pie. Then, and they cut in their best sausage, which is really bad. It's just a long tube with very, wobbly edges. Then, Everson's sausage were eaten. Everson's sausages, that's English, were eaten by who? And then they try to draw a daffodil, and it's just, because daffodils have that very distinct shape, and it's all of these wiggles and edges, and they give up and go, ugh, and they roll it up and flatten it, and they just draw the regular flower that all kids know how to draw.
Yeah, exactly.
By who? Daffodil. These are all symbols on the pie. Now, do you know what the other symbols on the pie are?
I have a feeling you're going to show me anyway.
Yes. First, a crescent moon that is burnt. And they draw a moon, and they draw a little smiley face because there's a man in the moon. And then he goes, and 2 piles of spices. Do either of those things look familiar to you, Miss Holly?
Heliodox, please roll. You don't have a skill bonus in cooking, do you?
No, but please. I do have one in daydreaming.
We did discuss that this was a really difficult element of our party build. Very serious min-maxing build.
Ideas in my brain.
Yeah, you are formulating ideas in your brain. Yeah, roll me a daydreaming, please.
You got it. I'd like to use my inspiration. Who was a natural one.
No.
Okay, that's okay. Daydreaming. What are the skills for daydreaming? It's personality and wits. I see.
And wits.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's a 14.
She kind of sighs and notices, she does notice the symbols you've drawn. She also does notice
good.
She also does notice the absolute mess you made on her countertop, and on all the cookie dough that she was clearly going to be using soon. So she goes, I'm sure that we'll figure out whatever this mess might be at another point. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to figure out how to fix my pie.
You just be really careful and don't use too spices and don't make anything crescent shaped because it could come out poorly.
I make my pies. My pie is going to be very sweet, so that's not going to be a problem at all. Or at least I hope it isn't.
Would you mind if we borrowed your dog to do some important tracking to protect the sanctity of the High Holy Hop Days pie competition?
Well, and she looks down at Daffodil, who like has the chew toy in her mouth and is like sitting and wagging. Well, Daffodil does seem to trust you all, and you have gotten her out of trouble, it seems, before. So, yes, I'd say if you need her help, at the very least, she'll have a very fun and playful day as well.
We're gonna do this. The team. I love it when a good plan comes together. Yes. Thank you for your service.
Oh, hold on, just a moment. I do want to thank you for bringing Daffodil back to me.
Oh.
And she gives you. Hold on a moment. Come on. Get to where it is. So, she hands you a pastry, and why is this not actually describing what it is? So she gives you a pastry, and is like, just as a little treat, if you want. So this just want to be able to enjoy something while you're out investigating.
Thank you.
That's very kind.
She kind of like whispers to the two of you as we like make our way out. She's like, "This is either wholesome or a whole pile of bull crappy."
Well, there's only one way to find out, remember? With our beaks. Heliodox.
Roll me a vigor check, Heliodox.
Uh-oh. This is as you might expect from a tiny hummingbird. Is a 2 good in this game?
A 2 is absolutely what I love to hear. So
Guys, we can't roll over a 10 to
chomp,
save our
chomp,
lives.
chomp, 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 and then spit, 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 spit. Because that is the saltiest pastry you have ever tasted in your life. And you can barely keep it down. And you can't even have the good graces of being able to hide that it was not good. Because you just are like, and actually spit it onto the already ruined counter. That is now further ruined with a recently spit out pie.
Tastes like the ocean. Ugh.
I'm sorry?
But worse.
Somebody
than the ocean.
switch
Sorry.
the spices. She just vibrates.
Anyone who wants to, go ahead and roll me a noticing.
Okay, I'll do it.
I will do that as well.
You should.
Oh, wait, I'm good at dancing.
That is an unnatural 20.
That is a natural 4.
Again, not great in this game.
I got an 18. Well, we're noticers. That's what we do best.
That's what
Which-
we
I
do.
will mention, Corvo, you have been given inspiration by Kitty for chaperoning these two. So if
I appreciate it, and I'm gonna hold on to it. We've got some very noticing
noticed.
folks.
So you notice like the confused look on Holly's face, and you also Lyra and Helio, you both notice behind her are two identical looking jars, each filled with white powder.
Yeah.
Spicy.
Somebody has switched the sugar for the salt. J'accuse, she says, but then realizes there's no one to j'accuse.
Wait, hold on. Roll me a D4, Lyra.
A D4. A 1.
Okay, you just point randomly, and you're pointing directly at Corvo.
Yeah. J'accuse.
Corvo, how could you?
Listen. I haven't done a goddamn thing since we got here.
That's what they all say.
Well, no, that's
You
can't
love a
be,
bamboozle.
but that's
The
can't
call's
be
coming
right.
from inside the party.
And she takes out one of the jars, and she opens it up, and it's like, you see, this is the sugar. This isn't the sugar.
That's right, sweet cheeks.
She puts the jar back, and she clears out the counter, takes a whole new roll of cookie dough, rolls it all out. No one logically would do this, but hands is about to hand Heliodox a knife, thinks the better of it, and hands Heliodox like a wooden spoon that has like a sharp pointy end that you can use to carve, and goes, "All right, explain it all to me again." And then with that, we are going to go into our break. Thank you everyone for this. Cozy, yes. Chill, I'm not sure how chill this has ended up being so far.
0 chill required.
You have to chill the dough.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Amazing. We will be back in about 10 minutes, so we'll be back at 15 after the hour. If you during that time, if you actually go to the you type !donate, you will find the link. We will be continuing to receive donations for Trans Lifeline. So please do if you are able to. Otherwise, please feel free to grab another cup of tea if you would like. And we will be back in 10 minutes. So thank you. See you very soon. Cheers.
to attack. You click clacking it when you attack it. Click and clack, roll to attack. You click clacking it when you attack it. Click and clack, roll to attack. You click clacking it when you attack it. Click and clack, roll to attack. You click clacking it when you attack it. Click clack, roll to attack. Do you hit? Do you miss? Are you having fun? attack. You click clack and then when you attack it and click clack, roll to attack. You click clack and then when you attack it and click clack, roll to attack. You click clack and then when you attack it and click clack, roll to attack. You click clack and then when you attack it and click clack, roll to attack. Do you hit, do you miss, are you having fun? Roll that D22, perception check, are you alone? Click clack, roll to attack. You click clack and then when you attack it and click clack, roll to attack. You click clack and then when you attack it and click clack, roll to attack. You click clack and then when you attack it and click clack, roll to attack. You click clack and then when you attack it and click clack, roll to attack. Do you hit, do you miss, are you having fun? Roll that D22, perception check, are you alone? Click clack, roll to attack. Do you hit, do you miss, are you having fun? Roll that D22, perception check, are you alone? Click clack, roll to attack. Do you hit, do you miss, are you having fun? Roll that D22, perception check, are you alone? Click clack, roll to attack. Do you hit, do you miss, are you having fun? Roll that D22, perception check, are you alone? Click clack, roll to attack. Do you hit, do you miss, are you having fun? Roll that D22, perception check, are you alone? Click clack, roll to attack. Do you hit, do you miss, are you having fun? Roll that D22, perception check, are you alone? Click clack, roll to attack. Do you hit, do you miss, are you having fun? Roll that D22, perception check, are you alone? Click clack, roll to attack. Do you hit, do you miss, are you having fun? Roll that D22, perception check, are you alone? you having fun? Roll 1522, perception check are you alone? Click, clack, roll to attack. You're click, clacking it when you attack it. And click, clack, roll to attack. You're click, clacking it when you attack it. And click, clack, roll to attack. You're click, clacking it when you attack it. And click, clack, roll to attack. You're click, clacking it when you attack it. Click, clack, roll to attack. Do you hit, do you miss, or a tie. You click clack and then when you attack it and click clack, roll to a tie. You click clack and then when you attack it and click clack, roll to a tie. You click clack and then when you attack it and click clack, roll to a tie.
We're back. Hello, everyone. Welcome. And if you are just joining us, this is day or night 2 of Clickety Clackety Roll to Attackity's charity stream supporting Trans Lifeline. Trans Lifeline is a grassroots organization that provides emotional and financial support to trans people in crisis. It was made for the trans community by the trans community. So it's a very important organization to support. So we are happy to be raising funds for them this week, both as our charity week and for Pride Month. So thank you for everyone who has donated so far, and also to everyone who is just... Oh, check out the fundraising total. What changed on the fundraising total? Oh, I think everything's... Yes, we are at $380 so far raised for Trans Lifeline. At 400, we will have a giveaway that is donated generously from a member of the Clickety Clackety community, Reagan. So that will be up for grabs if we get just a little bit more, and then we have a second giveaway tonight if we get to the $600 mark as well. But first, let's talk about what's happened in our very cozy and very chill teen time adventures. So far, what has happened is all of you have been investigating this cursed pie that has had these variety of different symbols. So far, you've seen 4 of the 5 symbols come to pass. You know that Madge has had their pie ripped apart by crows, hence the crow's head. You found a lost daffodil, who is the lovable pup you are with. You have seen Everson furious at Daffodil for eating his sausages, and you have noticed that someone switched the spices in Holly's bakery, and so therefore you now have 4 of the symbols. The only one left is a burnt moon, and right now you have just finished convincing our friend Holly that there might be more to this than just mere coincidence, as is said in Heliodox's famous guide. There is no such thing as coincidences. Heliodox, you go through your whole explanation that Holly was only half paying attention to last time because it wasn't directly affecting her, and now she has seen the light in a way, or she's seen the great bread in the sky, and she is now wrapped with attention on how we can solve this mystery. Okay, so
you got it now?
Yes, I think I have it. So what we're saying is that the only thing that hasn't come to pass so far is the burnt moon.
Yes.
Okay. Do we know who else has maybe submitted a pie yet?
Well, we talked about Everson and Jackson, who was supposedly not putting in a pie, but experienced a huge upset after following up fig with lemon and cheese. I mean,
Oh,
I'm
it
no
was
baker.
awful. It was
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah. But yeah, it was the names we got were Holly, Everson, and Jackson. Am I forgetting anything?
And Madge.
And Madge.
Huh. Very interesting. And you're saying that so those are the only ones that we've seen. So Joe and Andros haven't submitted one either.
Joe and Andros?
They own the winery.
Huh. So here's the deal. I'm going to swing for the fences here. Because that's what I like to do. Zero chill. She says, it's not a curse. What if somebody knows too much? What if this is not a curse, but a harbinger, a warning? And somebody who would be in trouble and or danger, a chill kind of danger, if it were found out that they knew about this person's intent to ruin the pie competition. What if they're trying to tell us all what's happening so that we can get out ahead of it and figure it out so that they don't get in trouble. And this is why I really think this is where Daffodil comes in, because I got one spell I can do and a thimbleful of peanut butter, and I feel like if we take Daffodil over to the Harbinger pie and have them smell it, that they might be able to find the person who made that pie. Because all we got was hazelnut. But compared to a dog, our olfactory senses, not the same. Not even mine.
We'd have to sneak Daffodil in. It was behind a whole...
We'd need something sharp to cut open the webbing. Maybe she
Holly.
looks...
Dear viewers,
Holly.
during break, these players have asked me how they can steal the knife. I introduce one sharp object into this game, and
The
these
sun
players
glints through the window
are
and it's like,
already choosing violence.
We're not choosing violence.
It's a tool.
They're choosing the one
option.
sharp object, right? Okay.
We're keeping our options open.
Keeping our options open.
We
Fantastic.
could create a distraction. I mean, who's better at being a distraction than a town crier?
It's true. That's true. I mean, I could. Yeah, you wouldn't even have to sneak. I could just tell them to look at me. And what if I told them the truth? And they would. I mean, who wouldn't look at me?
And then
he kind of shows off his feathers shimmer in the light.
Exactly. It's the perfect job. We've got, and there's a freaking montage of and all of a sudden it's like a heist movie.
Yeah.
Montage of freeze framing on these cute animals striking just weird freeze frame poses. It's we've got the town crier, can't help but cry, loves to cry, lives to cry. Heliodot.
It's true.
You know what? I am so glad that you said that, Anne, because now we're gonna change up the music, and we're going to set this heist scene, because we're gonna flash forward to when somehow you convinced Holly to go along with this plan. So what are your roles in this heist? So Heliodox is clearly the distraction, from what I've heard.
Yes.
I will be the dog coordinator.
Dog coordinator. Great.
Dog coordinator. So do we need multiple distractions? Was there a guard situated there?
No, but everyone
I'm not
is
gonna stab them.
It's a.
Wait.
I wasn't worried about that. It was a I mean, it's in the town square. So the main problem is just that it's out in the open. So really anyone could see you if you're not like thoroughly distracting the whole crowd.
I feel like we only need one person on dog duty. I might lend an assist to the distraction in some way.
All right.
I have baubles and I'm a high school trained performer.
Okay. So
Andrew,
if I have this correct, Heliodox is going to cause a distraction as town crier, trying to get as much attention on them as humanly possible.
Yes,
And
Birdingly possible.
Corvo will be doing what he can to assist in that distraction.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, Lyra will be sneaking underneath with Daffodil to get the pie scent and then try to trace that scent to whomever might be our culprit.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
What
But
could go
if
wrong?
we're gonna give, because we have the distraction and the heights coordinator or the dog coordinator, so we do need to give Corvo a name and like a code name. And Corvo is, because he is a judge, he's the inn.
Yeah.
He's the inn.
Fantastic. All right. So
This is actually perfect because if the mayor comes out, you'll be like, so I'm hoping you can rectify, like we can be judge focused. Oh man,
Great.
it writes itself.
all right, Heliodox, what do you say to distract this crowd?
So, I think what I say is the truth. I think what I say is the truth. I say, gentlefolk of the Hop Top Festival, you are all in grave danger of burning your croissants. One among you is going to go home and discover that your bread is burned. Will it be you? And he points at like some random snootling in the crowd. Or maybe you! Points at a startled deer folk. I need to tell you something very, very important. We've been given a warning. Madge knows. Madge, don't you remember what happened to your pie? Step on up here and tell everyone what happened.
Madge needs no role to be convinced to go up there. It's like, yes. When they rave the when I left the pie at the bakery, the next thing I knew, after I went to use the restroom, a crow had gotten into it and fully messed it all up.
I mean, one misfortune is bad enough. That's a tragedy, and Madge, we're all so sorry for your loss. Two is a problem. Wouldn't you say, Everson? Mr. Everson?
Well, what? Who?
Something happened to you today, didn't it? And your entry for the pie competition?
Well, yes. The dog. Where is that dog?
We put the dog away. Don't worry about it. That dog can't get to your sausages again. But what happened?
The dog who, if anyone sees the dog, be sure to shout loud and clear that you see the dog, because that dog ate my sausages.
The
Yeah,
dog
the dog
is
ate your
not
sausages.
important.
Yes, thank you. The dog's not important. I would say probably the person responsible for the dog is a little more important. But Something happened to her too, isn't that right, Miss Holly?
Oh yes. I went to check my pies, and thankfully these test tasters were able to find out that someone had switched my sugar for my salt, and next thing I know, I have an incredibly salty pie for the competition.
That's not three gentlefolk of the festival. That's not a coincidence. You are all in grave danger of becoming the next victim of whoever is doing this.
All right. This is that part. Everyone just panic. So I am going to need you to roll me personality and use your skill bonus for it, and also use, I'm gonna give you a +3 for using Holly and Madge. It would have been +4, but Everson probably caused a little more harm.
Can I have been assisting by pantomiming this entire story? The sausages.
Only if
the sausages.
Only if I get to see that charlatanism roll to see how good your pantomime is, because I'm really excited.
I did say that I was theatrically trained. Could it be the arts? This is
the art. Yeah, no, very much the arts. Roll for pantomime.
Roll for pantomime. That is, how do you do math? 22.
Great. Yes. So your total bonus, besides your skill bonus, Heliodox, is a +4.
So that brings me up to a dirty 20.
Amazing. Great. So, Lyra, my friend, you are going to give me you're going to give me 2 rolls.
Okay.
One of which is fauna friendship, because this is to get Daffodil to follow your exact orders. And then that's going to affect your snooping roll to get into the pie area unawares.
Right. So we got 15 plus 16 for the first one.
Okay.
And
so, you Daffodil, as far as you can tell, possibly understands what you're talking about. At this point, I would love to ask if Lyra has ever had a pet before.
Pet rock for sure.
Great.
Pet caterpillar also.
I mean, to be fair, Daffodil is staring at you with the same blank eyes your pet rock would give.
Right.
So you're kind of getting that's like, acknowledgement.
She's going to magically infuse with one of my very few and mostly useless spells made for tea time. She's going to sing a song of remembering to Daffodil. And it goes a little something like this. Jumps off cliff. Okay.
I need to silence the music. Hold on. All right, go ahead.
Okay. How does this go? Hey, little dog, you sure look swell. I'd like to see if you can tell who made the pie with all those symbols. And if you get it right, here's a nut butter thimble. I blacked out. I hope that was okay.
You roll with advantage for this. You roll with advantage for this snooping. That was amazing. That was so good.
Oh, fuck.
Yes, absolutely. That's wonderful. Yes.
That's a 14 Snoop.
14 Snoop. Great. So good news. You are able to get into the because of Heliodox's distraction and Corvo's beautiful pantomime. You are able to sneak in without anyone else noticing. The struggle you're having right now is Daffodil seems to be torn between wanting to sniff and then find the owner of the pie and eating the pie because it's right there. So Daffodil's like in a bit of a moment of crisis.
Yeah.
As
She does that thing where she goes, leave it, and like holds up the nut butter thimble. Leave it.
Wait, sorry, I'm not doing this right.
Leave it.
Oh no.
Come on, Daffodil. This is an arcane infused conversation here.
And then Daffodil like tails between legs and then looks up longingly towards the pie.
Yeah.
And then walks forward.
Yes.
Great. So with that, you get out of the netting. Just as Heliodox is having the large having Holly go up to describe what happened to the spices as Corvo is pantomiming the entire thing. How does the pantomime look for the switching of the spices, Corvo?
For the switching of the spices, I'm going to go around and just like, we're at an event. People are eating on the tables. Not anymore. And so I'm going to be clearing out their bowls, like dumping into it. This is immersive theater.
So
folks.
yes,
We're getting into it.
I didn't realize pantomime involved so many physical objects.
Well, you know, I said it was high school education that gave me this theater degree. So we're
Amazing.
But yes, we will be mixing up food in different bowls. We will be mushing it into the shape of sausages. We will be doing the whole story.
Great. Lyra.
Ooh. All right. So I'm following the dog.
Daffodil is in sniffing hunting mode.
Oh yeah. Gotta keep up.
Daffodil starts sniff, sniff, sniff. Run.
Yeah.
Running over.
Oh god. I run. I fly.
To the bright blue bakery. Stops. Sniffs. And turns away from the bakery.
Oh.
And starts moving. Then
Okay.
runs. Running. Over to the mayor's house. Sniffs. Sniff. And turns away.
No, God. I'm
And then
riveted.
runs. Over to the winery. You've never been here. You don't even know what this place is. And then turns away. Runs. Over to Everson's sausage shop. And turns away.
Wait.
And then
Oh, God.
turns back.
What is that?
Sniffs again. Then paws on the door to the sausage shop.
She says,
No.
Jacques, mother bleep.
is this all visible from the town square in some capacity?
You know what? Your pantomime is so distracting that everyone's just seeing the clatter. But Heliodox, you just see every now and again a puppy running and an owlkin just flying after it. Just see the running.
Yeah,
I would like every time every time we can see them moving in the background, I move to oppose them so that all the eyes move to a different part of the town. Yes.
I'll have that be a the arts roll just to see how long you can keep it up, because Daffodil is running like all over town trying to trace this.
I would like, let's turn that to be. That is a 17. If that is.
Yes. So
Yeah.
you are
Does that
able.
succeed?
You are able to distract them for the most part up until.
I would like to use one of my almost useless spells, except it's actually quite useful in this exact moment.
Amazing.
I use my spell Beguile, which is if I succeed at a skill check for the arts, my performance is particularly engrossing and may distract spectators for the next minute.
Yeah.
Okay. So. All right. So, what happens is you notice that everyone's like in it, like appreciating it, and then someone someone turns and goes, "Oh, I found the," and just at that moment you cast the spell and no one's paying attention to the person as they're loudly shouting dog. And everyone's just transfixed for the next minute as Daffodil is pawing at the sausage store's door.
Fantastic.
Lyra,
Let's see.
what do you do?
Lyra, like glances over her shoulder and sees everyone transfixed, and she's like, "It's now or never, girl." And she uses a little talon to try to sneak it, like get the door open so she can like go inside.
I think that's going to be a fidget roll.
All
Try
right.
to lockpick.
Surprise! It's unlocked. Who would have thought? Let's see. Fidget. Oh, I'm good at that. That's a 17.
Great. You put your talon in, and you're like you're going in, and then you're like, I got it. And as you do that, you notice in your struggle to get through that you actually had opened the door, and it was actually unlocked the whole time. And but you did, so you're not actually sure what you did, and then you realize you just locked the door, but it's open, so it's not an issue.
Okay, great.
But you're in.
She walks in. Yeah, she walks inside, and she like motions for the dog to come in and keep following the trail to wherever the supplies are.
So, Daffodil starts sniffing around and starts sniffing here, sniffing there.
Yeah.
And then gets to one cupboard, and then just kind of sits and then looks at you.
Okay. She opens the cupboard.
There's nothing inside the cupboard.
This guy's smart. He's hiding the evidence. She like feels around on the inside just in case it's like weirdly invisible or something.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me some. Yeah, this is snooping because you're looking around.
It's still
to find
snoopish.
it. Yeah.
14.
Okay, it takes you a little bit of time, and the one thing you do know is that this is definitely an empty cupboard. If there's anything invisible, it's definitely not in this cupboard. But
Cool.
you do also notice that at the back, on one side of the cupboard, there do seem to be hinges.
Man, a secret laboratory, she says. And she goes, I've read about these, and she pushes on the false door.
Great. It doesn't seem to open. It seems like this false door is stuck.
Rude. Can I combine my efforts with Daffodil to just scratch it open? Dogs can get anything open. They're so annoying like that. Surely, Daffodil.
Go ahead and roll me fidget. Just a regular fidget roll.
Okay.
And while that's happening, can I have Heliodox and Corvo roll me noticing rolls?
Yeah. So here's my theory, everyone, about the natural 20. Here's my theory, everyone, about the bread in the sky and how it all ties back. It's a big conspiracy. Did you all know that?
Your not eagle eye, your hummingbird eye has noticed that Everson is trying to sneak away to his shop. The beguiling has worn off at this point, and he's sneaking away to his shop.
I didn't notice a goddamn thing because I used my inspiration, and that was 2 5s.
Mr. Everson, have you ever heard about the man in the sky?
What?
The man at the baker in the sky who makes the bread, who gathers the dough and makes the croissant and then eats the croissant, and then gathers the dough and makes the croissant and then eats the croissant.
What the? I really don't have time for this. We have the evening festivities to deal with later. This feels like a complete waste of time.
Oh, well, Mr. Everson, I just, we're in a crisis. We're in a crisis, and I think we need to solve it together. Someone has been sabotaging the pies.
Roll me personality, for this.
We're in a crisis, we're in a crisis. The most persuasive argument anyone has.
We are in a crisis.
That is a 15.
It's not quite enough to get him to turn around. He just kind of scoffs, and at that point a lot of other people are just recognizing they're hungry and it's dinner time, and they aren't quite actually able to get to the pies, which was the kind of the fun they were getting ready for. And he starts heading towards the door, and he's just about to enter the sausage shop.
Yeah, I think when he kind of keeps going, I fled over to Corvo, and I'm like, Corvo, it's him. I saw Lyra Daffodil. They're going in, and he's going in, and he's gonna catch them. And it's him. What do we do?
Mr. Everson, I have your money.
Slick.
And I jingle a pouch that's full of super not money because nobody goes to antique shops anymore, so I'm broke. But it's full out of jingly janglies. So, shing, 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 shing.
He pauses, and Lyra, what was your fidget roll?
It was an unnatural 20, I believe. 1 second, I'm checking to see if fidget is +3. No, it's +2. Yeah, unnatural 20. And so
Great.
she's basically sitting in there and she's like, all right. And I'm guessing that Daffodil is like, no matter what she does, she's wildly gesticulating and thinking and pacing.
Yeah.
The dog's just now just following that peanut butter thimble wherever it goes. And then
Yeah.
she goes, right. Your reward. And so she dips her little feather finger in and then smears the peanut butter on the inside of the cabinet, like on the false door, and says, go get it, sweet cheeks.
Great. And Daffodil charges in and bashes through the door. And it is now open. And they what you see behind looks like a normal storage that you would use to hold various kitchen supplies, all of that you wouldn't want to be like seen in the shop. But you notice rows upon rows of fresh, non-eaten sausages.
So she kind of like tries to squeeze herself in there as well, and immediately like picks up the sausages in their little like crate to like hold them away from Daffodil. She's like, that's the evidence.
Daffodil's like,
yeah. And she like smashes her whole jar of nut butter on the floor and is just like, eat it. Distraction. She goes, nut butter bomb, and throws it on the floor like a smoke bomb, but just to distract the dog.
Wait, hold
I almost
on.
said Sam, which is my dog's name, because it's all very real to me.
oh, okay, all right, I see how it is. That was a 9. So Daffodil is thoroughly distracted, and is just running around the room.
She's like, why would he? Can I like try to determine any other details?
Yeah. What you determine is that you do see supplies for a pie. And you know what? Go ahead and roll me snooping. This is going to determine how quickly you get this information.
Natural 20. +2. 22.
Amazing.
I got very excited.
You know what you're looking for. So you find a jar of hazelnuts. And then next to that jar is a recipe for a long pie. A pie that would be about 2 feet in
So
length.
a pylon?
A pylon. I'm so mad I didn't come up with that.
additional pylons.
But why would he? She was like, okay, Jacques, but this person is the person who's trying to warn everybody. So why is he trying to warn everybody? Why did he make the pie? How did he know? I don't know what else is going to happen in this moment, but she receives this information.
Are you saying this out loud to yourself or just?
Oh yeah, out loud to Daffodil.
Great.
My best friend. In the whole world.
Corvo.
Sorry, guys.
You hear a crash from inside the sausage shop, and you see Efferson look and then like start to and then actually run inside.
Oh boy.
Lyra,
What's your money? And I fly over all of the people shedding their food on top of them.
Ew.
Because I'm now covered in all of their confection.
Oh man.
And I'm gonna dash over. That's not an action that we have here.
But I'm still doing it.
But I'm gonna do it anyway.
Yeah, I think I'm following after too.
So as you all see Everson looking at the cupboard that is breached open, and you hear probably way louder than you would expect someone who's like solving a mystery would, but you hear Lyra loudly going, "These are the sausages! What is it all happening?" So you like hear that from the entrance. Sorry, my camera is
Not a good snoop.
stuttering, so I'm gonna try to figure out how to stop that from happening. Hold on while we get a little wibbly wobbly in a second, but I'm gonna see if this helps. May just need a little reset. Okay. But you see that you hear her shouting this loudly for everyone to hear, including Everson. And then you hear her say, "But why? Why?" And then Everson, kind of with sorrow in his voice, goes, "'Cause I made 2 pies. My own and the mystery pie. I don't know why I did it. I guess for the attention.
I mean,
I've just been lonely these past few years. I thought winning the competition might win me some more friends too, or at least help me find an apprentice to help run the shop. I sabotaged the other pies, but not my own. I never did lose any sausages. I never leave special sausages on the counter like that unguarded. So then I stopped by Holly's and swapped her sugar and salt, made it look like a crow picked at Madge's pie. And
but then why did you tell us exactly what you were doing with your other pie?
Well,
For the drama of it all.
I also knew that if someone suspected that someone was actually sabotaging the pies, then we would immediately go accusing, and so that's why I encouraged, hopefully, that someone would believe something supernatural was happening and that we were all affected.
Just so everyone in the town knows what we're discovering here, Corvo is pantomiming at the front door.
Don't worry. Everyone saw you.
Interpreter?
Everyone saw you fly over to the sausage shop, and so by the time he's finished his monologue, the entire crowd has gathered
in the false door opening with just like Muppet heads.
But there's like some people in the shop. There's some people at the window. So a various amount of people, and
Can I use another spell in this moment?
Okay.
As I'm pantomiming, because Corvo doesn't actually know what that means, he's also humming. It is called the Song of My Heart. And it is a spell that allows me to sing a song that will amplify heartache, because this is a very touching moment that he's revealing to us. He's got a lot of sadness happening, and I would like the town to not just attack him.
With the violence that doesn't happen in this game.
Everyone puts down their pitchforks.
People have knives.
The town is full of
baking.
knives.
I'm not convinced.
For cooking.
Then what's
for
this?
chopping vegetables.
Yeah, you know who else
everybody
was
to
just
be
making pies? That lady,
appropriately
Sweeney
sad
Todd.
for this.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Sweeney Todd is real and alive in Teatime Adventures. Well known.
Yeah. So in the Teatime Adventures extended universe, some of these pies are a little. Anyway. Heliodox in particular, I think, is moved by the Song of Heartache. And they were similarly moved by the beguiling spell also. Heliodox is like, man, Corvin's just so cool. But I was like on the verge of tears because this sad old man who hates dogs is actually just a lonely old man. Um, and Heliodox just kind of like looks at him and goes, you know, I'll be your friend. And I bet if you gave her just one sausage, Daffodil would be your friend too.
Even if after how I lied to everyone?
Oh, I'm friends with all kinds of liars.
It's true.
Corvo's like, no!
What? I didn't say anything.
I have no idea who you're referring to.
Love the idea that you're just like doing your pantomiming and you pantomime it before you recognize like what you said. Like, oh hey.
Liars, no!
No. I mean, what you've done is honestly very impressive, if a little zany. And you know what? We all get a little crazy around competition, even good-natured competition. You know, what you did wasn't very sportsmanly, but, you know, as long as you share where your heart's at and you know, ask for what you need in life, usually you'll find your way to it. You just gotta be honest and patient. But I'm sure everybody can understand a mistake driven by, you know, deep longing for friendship. It's not exactly murder you're being accused of. She like tucks a knife away.
But you did kill the spirit of the festival. Do you know what chapter 17 of the Junior Journalist's Handbook says?
No, I can't say I'm familiar.
It's called Take Responsibility.
You're right.
And, I mean, we're supposed to all be eating pies at 7 o'clock, but it's not 7 o'clock yet. And we know which one's the flour and which one's the salt. And we know to keep Daffodil out of the sausage shop. And none of us are proficient in cooking. So there's got to be something we can do to save the festival.
And he sighs and is like, well, at the very least, I'll at least admit to everyone. And then he turns around and sees the entire town is here. I think I might have already admitted to everyone what I've done wrong. So the very least I can do. And he goes into the cupboard. He goes into the storage unit. And he reaches up and he gets a wonderful little lockbox. And then he actually puts on gloves to get this lockbox. And he places the lockbox on the counter. He undoes the latch. He opens it, and the most beautiful smell of sausage wafts into your noses. And he takes the sausage and offers it to Daffodil, who first looks at Lyra like,
yes, you're free. Sorry.
Sorry, I realized I was looking at the camera and
Yeah.
Anne was like here and I couldn't
Yeah.
actually see Anne's reaction. So, and Daffodil happily eats the sausage, and everyone claps does a little applause, and
Thank you.
so all is all is not lost. They decide to make the harvest pie competition not a competition, but make it a potluck. And so everyone brings their various ingredients, and everyone gets to create their own special pies based off of the various ingredients that everyone contributes. So if anyone does, what type of pie does everyone decide to make for their own little personal pies? And also, I want you to know you don't have to be limited to the ingredients you heard about in this episode. Whatever you want.
Yeah. I think that Heliodox is going to make don't think too hard about it, but I think that Heliodox is going to actually make like borrow a cupcake tray from Holly and make a couple of small quiches with like different I wonder, like probably mushrooms that they foraged. Like they're like, well, I didn't bring anything, so they just like fly off disappear for 20 minutes. No one can find the Heliodox, and then they come back with like wings full of mushrooms. They're like walking because they have to be holding on to all the mushrooms, and then they just like put them all in their little cupcake quiches.
Amazing.
They're terrible. But they don't look great either, but it's very cute.
Lyra makes like a star fruit pie, and on top of it is like the kind of crust art that you get where you cut out little figures and like set them on top of the filling. And so there's some stars that are the star fruit and some other stars and symbols, and it makes a little constellation of daffodil.
I love that.
It features dog-friendly ingredients only.
Amazing.
I probably make the blandest pumpkin pie anyone has ever had, but I dress it up real nice. She looks immaculate.
She looks fabulous. She's an Instagram model.
Listen. We do pumpkin carving every year. My family does pumpkin carving, and it is a competition / not a competition. But my mother always does the classic jack-o'-lantern with 2 teeth, and it is simple and it is perfect every time. And it's one of those things where it's like, you don't need to change what's already good.
You don't need to look for more.
Exactly. Because so many people overcomplicate it, and it ends up looking like a mess by the end of everything. Great. So with that, there is one final thing that happens afterwards, which is known as the leaping competition. So first there is a wonderful dance where there is a band full of hop tops that is playing a hot upbeat tune, and everyone is dancing around. And then as the song comes to an end, the mayor leaps up to the band and addresses the crowd. Thank you. I appreciate you all coming today to help warm our lovely village's manor. And I would also like to thank our new friends here for giving their time to solving the mystery of the harvest pie, which actually was so delightful. I wouldn't be surprised if this becomes an annual tradition. That was actually quite a good time. The mystery was exhilarating. And but that's for next year. But for now, I would like to pass it over to our village comptroller, Cassiopeia, to lead the leaping competition. And this svelte golden snoot folk walks up next to the mayor and says, all competitors, please line up. And then a bunch of people line up, and they get ready, they start stretching, they get ready for their dance leaps, and then the comptroller turns to you all and goes, now surely you would like to enjoy some of the festivities.
Me?
I mean, we got wings, man. It's not hard to be in the sky.
Well, I'm doing it. I'll hold with my 2 wings tied behind my back. Yeah, I'll jump the whole thing. And Heliodox runs, trips because they're not in the habit of running, and then gets up and gets online.
Your enthusiasm, and I just start to tie Heliodox's wings behind me.
All right.
It's an inspiration.
All right. This is going to be 2 rolls. One is one is you're gonna make an arts check to succeed at whatever dance you're doing before your leap, and those you can decide whether you are doing an easy, a medium, or a hard dance move. And then afterwards, you are going to do a bustle check to succeed at your leap. And you're also deciding if you want that to be easy, medium, or hard.
Okay. I'm going to say I'm going to do an easy jump, because I think Heliodox is not, is not really in the business of jumping. But they are going to attempt a hard dance. One of those dances that they saw on the Teatime.
Amazing. And add a +2 to your roll, Heliodox, as as Everson is actually cheering you on.
Everson? That's a 22.
Amazing.
Nice.
That dance is spot on. Lyra, what's your dance move?
Oh man. Truly have no idea. Lyra's dance move. Why is this the worst? I feel like I've been asked what the meaning of life is. This is supposed to be so chill, and I'm like, I don't know how to dance.
I'm sorry, I've given the most stressful time of this entire game.
No, it's totally fine. So she, what she does is she does a dance that's like, she kind of focuses on hopping to different spots. And she creates a little constellation that's like the symbol of Corvo's shop by the time she's done.
Amazing.
Yeah. Just a little Corvo gift.
Will that be an easy, medium, or hard? I feel like this is a medium.
I feel like it's medium.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
Add a +2 to your roll as you see Holly cheering you on, as well as Daffodil barking inspirational barks.
And it's a fidget or a What am I rolling?
Arts.
Sorry.
Arts.
Oh.
That's what you're rolling.
Oh, it's terrible. She can solve a crime, but she can't dance. That's is an 8. It's unrecognizable.
Corvo, you're not sure what shop Lyra was making constellation of. But
it's my shop, but it's my shop after Heliodoc's visits.
Corvo, what do you do for your dance?
Okay, Corvo has been going around, and we have baking flour. We have different fruits that are different colors, bright, vibrant.
Oh,
Corvo is not dancing. Corvette is dancing. And Corvette comes and does like a full clack fan. Ga, ga,
Yeah.
ga, 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 ga. And so this will be a hard roll, I'm sure.
Yes, very much so. And add a plus 2 to your roll, and this is because the mayor is cheering on the new judge, and as well as it seems like you have gathered a following of people who have made t-shirts for you based on your pantomime performance of the past hour or so.
Wow, they work fast
It's
out
like-
here.
Yeah, those fan clubs, they really get together real quickly.
That is a 21.
Great. You see someone running out being like, I need to design the Corvette shirts, and speeds out of there.
Hearing that, I just snag the shirt from them and I do a death drop and I just slam it onto my face because it's all food stuff so that they get a Forrest Gump Corvette smiley face with a big old beak hole in it. Sorry.
That's so good.
Amazing.
Shoot again.
Beautiful. All right. And with that, we have the leaping portion. So each of you decide if you're going to do a easy, medium, or a hard leap to find out how this goes.
Oh man.
So I said, because I rolled both of them at the same time.
Yes.
And I said I was going to do an easy jump. Well, I rolled a 5. So I want to say that, like, Heliodox is like, I don't know, flossing or whatever. And then, but like how a hummingbird would floss. So it actually looks pretty cool. And then they don't even get to the jump. They just like get tripped up trying to like go, like shifting their weight from like flossing to about to jump. And then their 2 legs get tangled with their feathers and they just fall.
Oh no.
And they get up and they're like, they feel great about it. Like, and then they like, I meant to do that.
Everyone still like politely applauds.
Yeah. I'm like, wow, jumping is hard.
All right, Lyra.
Oh man. She's so in it and so not doing well at the other thing that she sort of forgets the whole don't use your wings portion, because now she's just lost herself. She's like, rhythm is a dancer. Like, she's like really in it at this point. And so at a certain point, she's like, I said a hip, hop, a hip to the hip, to the hip, hip, hop, and you don't stop. And she just launches herself into the air, twirls, and with her like cowl scarf flowing behind her, like lands with both wings outstretched. Like one of those, what are those like, spinny little leaves that like float down to the ground,
I know
like
what you're
with the
talking about.
helicopter
Yeah.
things. And she kind of like helicopters down and like lands, and with a 17 base.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm adding to this. I'm scared.
That was definitely a hard roll, but you did pass. And it does look absolutely amazing.
I'm a part of this.
Corvette.
Corvette, darling. What am I rolling?
You're rolling bustle for
Oh, dear.
your leap.
Yes. Corvette, for all her glory, is the oldest member of the party.
Uh-huh.
Oh no.
And her knees are not meant for death drops any longer. That is a 9.
9.
Yeah, you're kind of...
In case
You're kind of-
anyone is unfamiliar with German, that's no.
I don't think so.
So you land, and it's perfect. Only it is now I have fallen, and I can't get up. But
It's
I have
like
dead
Andy
dropped.
from The Office, where he pierces his scrotum with his keys. Doesn't have to be that specific. I'm just offering you a reference
does.
point.
You just wanted to stab somebody.
Just had to
And
include
people
it.
were worried about Corvo.
The final
true.
5 minutes had to include it.
Some violence. Just some. Just
There we
little
go.
violence as a
It's a
treat.
little bit of violence.
And with joyous laughter and just absolute jovial time, the evening ends, and everyone will agree that that was one of the most exciting leaping hop top festivals of recent memory. And immediately the next day, the mayor gets to work on the next pie mystery that will be created for next year's Hop Top Festival.
Hooray!
Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us this evening. That is the end of our tea time adventure. I am so happy to have all of you here watching, and I'm also happy to have these amazing players here, having a cozy, if not chill and stress-free time. And if you haven't already, you can use either the QR code at the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, or you can do exclamation point donate. Thank you, Kitty. And you can donate via the link there. Any amount is appreciated. No amount is too small. So thank you in advance for donating. Thank you to those who have already donated. We are going to be spending this entire week running games and raising funds for Trans Lifeline. And we hope to see you at as many of them as you can make. Tomorrow, we continue City of Gods, which is the Pathfinder 2nd Edition Demigod campaign that I am running, because apparently I decided I'd be a part of 3 games in a row these past 3 nights. So here we go. But after that, we will have Kindred, run by Ben, continuing that campaign. We will have Thirsty Sword Lesbians on Thursday, which is fitting, run by Dreamy. And Friday, we will continue our Eberron Dark Lanterns campaign. And then Saturday night, we will end our charity stream week with Avatar Legends RPG. So please stick around. We do have a Discord if you would like to join our Discord for updates, or you can give Clickety Clackety a follow to get an update every time we are live. Other than that, I would like to pass it off to my players. If you have any socials people can follow you at, or any other things you would like to plug for everyone who is viewing.
Yeah, I can go first. I've been Leon Barolero. This is Chance the dog. You can find me everywhere at Barillion, Barilleon. Yeah, I'm on Blue Sky now. See how long that lasts. Thank you so much for coming along and playing with us. I'm transgender. Trans rights. Let's go. That's all. Sorry, I'm hungry. I'm ready to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I am Anne Richmond. It has been a pleasure playing with all of you here, and all of you in the chat as well. If you want to see more of me and my strange dog travels and gaming life, head over to twitter.com/Anne Richmond. You can see me continuing to tell stories with Hearthsinger Tales, which is my podcast, which is a TTRPG adventure anthology podcast. We're currently about to head into season 2 of our Feywild adventure, and after that, who knows? And if you want to hear a fully produced show that is 2 seasons long? 2 seasons long, and is complete and all told in the game Vaesen by Free League Publishing. It is a Nordic horror RPG, and you can find that at lostmountainsaga.com.
I guess that's me now. I'm Brogan. I just had such a good time being here. I don't have socials. I just play games sometimes with my friends. But I will be following 2 new lovely humans, and you should too. That's what I've got to say. Thank you so much for watching.
And I'm Smoggles. I am a dungeon master and sometimes player for Clickety Clackety RTA. And I also am Smoggles11 on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram if you want to follow me as well. Thank you so much for everyone who joined this evening. Thank you, Anne, Leon, and Brogan for joining me for Tea Time Adventures. And to all of our viewers, clickety clackety, please come backety. Goodbye.
Bye.